Yes, yes, yes. The sun is streaming through my Venetian blinds. Can you go any higher, Raph? No, we got to keep it low. We got to keep it low. Okay, folks, I've had my nap. I've had my nap and I am ready to roll. Now, what have we here? Where do I begin? I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do. Tommy Temper, I see you. Police in the house. Leighton Evelyn, I see you. Police in the house. Big Boys Boxing is in early. Early doors. Excellente. And we will start. Why am I buffering? Why am I buffering? Am I going to roast Wilder today? How am I? Yo, my roasting techniques are multiple, my friend. Big Boys Boxing's asking me how I'm going to roast Wilder. What's up, Nexus in the house? Definitely, always have time for a Wilder roasting. Yes, 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 always. But first and foremost, just to let the area populate, I will be selecting a video of mine to play, excuse me, as the people come on in. Which one am I going to go with? That is the question. That is the question. And don't think I've forgotten the music. I know the music is coming very shortly. Okay, whoops. Let's not forget the skills. Let us not forget the skills. Let's not forget the skills. Let's share this. I know you want to see it. Let's share this. Application window. Yes. Your entire screen. Do I want it to be my entire screen? No. Hey, come on. Come on. Come on. Let's behave. Yeah. Application. Yeah. Where are we? Let's get this thing. Yes, let's get this thing. Let's go wide and let us get some volume on this baby. And over to you. Yes, yes, yes. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. And once again, we are on the move. The sun is blazing down. It is beautiful. Beautiful time, beautiful sight. It's shorts and vest weather. Shorts and vest weather over here in the UK. Okay. Let me see. Is this thing straightened up? Is this thing lined up okay? Yeah, it looks okay. Looks okay. Looks okay. Right, let's get into it. So, we're talking about anybody who tuned into the live podcast last night will recall, will remember. We were talking about one of the subjects, one of the topics was Showtime's deal with Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. So, and we're looking at the numbers. I was looking at the numbers, and to me, the numbers don't make sense. Wilder's highest purse from Showtime, reported purse from Showtime was $2.1 million. And that came about via the fight with Luis Ortiz. That's $2.1 million. Now, that had a viewership of 1.1 million viewers. So remember those numbers, $2.1 million purse and 1.1 million viewers. Okay, now it's been reported in boxingscene.com that Wilder received a purse of $10 million, between $9 and $10 million. Those are the reported figures. Okay. However, the viewership for that fight was 900,000. 900,000. Remember, his previous high was with Luis Ortiz of 1.1 million. So what does that mean? That means that Wilder is being paid 5 times what he was usually earning, or his previous high. 5 times his previous high. But is returning figures lower than his standard 1.1 or 1 million. Reporting figures of less than is 1.1 million for Luis Ortiz. And in other fights, I believe he has hit that 1 million viewership mark. So the question is Wilder worth, or will it be sustainable? Will the purses of 5 times his previous high, will those purses be sustainable? Will he be able to sustain, or will Showtime be able to sustain that level of purses, that payment, the level of payment? Will they be able to sustain that, while it seems that Wilder's name value, or perceived name value, is not being reflected in his viewership rates? Remember, the reason why Showtime were prompted to significantly raise their purses to Wilder. The reason they were prompted to do that was because Wilder was offered 20 million by Dance, or DAZN, excuse me. So Wilder being offered 20 million by DAZN has prompted Showtime to increase his purses. Look at this, and look at this guy in front of me. Doesn't know where he's going. I wish I'd have chose the next lane, but anyway, yeah, it looks confused. Damn it. I gotta be where I gotta be. Right, my next appointment, which is at the garages. Right, so 20 million was what he was offered by Dance. 10 million is what he offered, what he accepted from Showtime. So that means he took half. But it's a 3-fight deal minimum. It will probably be a rolling deal, but for sure we know right now it's a 3. Oh shit, this guy's freaking out in that Merc. He's freaking out. His wheel spinning. The old man don't know what he's doing. This is scary shit. You could have caught him reversing live on camera. That would be good for my insurance. But anyway, dude's freaking out. He don't know what he's doing. This is scary. I should change lanes. But then I got the jack to my left. This is madness. It's madness being caught. Look at him. Look at him. He don't know what to do. Oh my Lord. Listen, I don't want to catch a live crash. I don't want it. I'm in a rush. I'm busy today. I ain't got time for this. So back on topic. Can Showtime, yeah, go on, race through the lights, mate. Can Showtime sustain the level of payment that they're offering to, I better stay back from this guy because he's crazy. This old man's crazy. He don't know what he's doing. Can Showtime sustain the payments, 5 times their highest payments to Wilder? Can they sustain those $10 million payments when the return is only the same as what it used to be?
Oh my Lord. Are you catching this? Can you see this? Can you see this guy hopping and jumping? Oh Lord. I need to back up from this guy. I am legit concerned that this guy is going to put it in reverse and just speed backwards. I am concerned. I don't know if he's taking this thing for a test drive or what, but he don't seem to know what gear he's in. This is scary stuff being captured. He just watched his screen. I don't even think he meant to. Back on topic. Can Showtime, how long can Showtime sustain these payments? 5 times high. Oh, here we go. 5 times higher than their standard payments to him. How long can they sustain that when they're only getting the same return? Will Deontay Wilder's payments from Showtime eventually bankrupt them? That is the question. Are Showtime gonna go bankrupt due to these payments, trying to compete with DAZN? And yet Wilder is not bringing in the viewership they had expected. Wilder's viewership is not matching the hype. The viewership figures are not matching the hype. Where do Showtime go from here? How long can they sustain these unsustainable payments is the question. Okay. And with my heart in my throat from that Merc driver who's just gone, it's Raphael Dawkins. How long we been on? Yeah. Raphael Dawkins. Combat Radio. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you have not checked out the live shows, please feel free to go ahead and do so. Very enjoyable, highly entertaining, I must say. So we may as well muse on this for a little bit longer. Let me fucking swing around. Can I do it? 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 Yes, I can. Right. So, yeah, that's the question, man. They're paying the guy 5 times more than they used to pay him, and yet he's only giving a similar return. No improvement on the return. No improvement on the return. You know, so how long can they sustain these payments? How long can they keep on giving him 10 mil and him just giving them the same return back? What's happening with the shortfall? What is happening with the shortfall? It's madness, I tell you, madness. I hope Showtime haven't bitten off more than they can chew with this deal. I sincerely hope not, because it would be a very sad day in boxing if they went under, because they tried to compete with DAZN and failed. And Wilder himself, how will he feel long term down the line when he knows that he took his 10 million shout? 10 million shout. How is he going to feel? How is he going to feel? You know, mad times, mad things, mad times. So I've hit the garage, my destination. Gonna drop this baby off, go about my day, just down the road, and I will see y'all, speak to y'all later in the next installment. Okay, it's Raphael Dawkins. Like, subscribe, comment, and for sure, share. I'm out.
Yes, yes, yes. Let me make sure that everything is correct on my screen. Let's make sure everything's correct on my screen, set up properly. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So we've just warmed in. Yes, we've just warmed in. We warm in with a video. We warm in with a video just to allow people to get in the place. Okay, now this is the official start. Now I can see the area is nicely populated. This is the official start. Yes, yes, yes. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio, with the podcast, Live Boxing Talk with Raphie. Okay, so let's get in. Oh, let's get it right. Let's make this official. That's better. Okay, let's do the roll call. Tommy Temper in the house. Leighton Evelyn in the house. The police are here. Big Boys Boxing all the way down from Kiwi land. We have the Kiwi in the house. Welcome, Big Boys Boxing. Nexus 1. What's up, Ralph? What's up, Nexus? Good to have you. Feminine Angry Dwarf. Yes, yes, yes. Good evening, Mr. Combat Radio. Good evening to you. Box. Where were you driving? Driving down to the garage, mate. I thought the Merc was going to take me out, reverse into me. Very hairy. Very hairy. TBK, the first. Boxing isn't about boxing anymore. Good evening, TBK. Jem J. Mr. TBV representative in the house. Who else do we have? Joe, 56984. How do you do? SSB 28. Yo. Bitcoin. Where are we? It jumped on me. Bitcoin boxing. Are we watching the vid? You were watching the vid. That's the way we warm in Bitcoin boxing. That's the way we warm in. We warm in with one of my videos. Allows the area to populate with good people. Don Hearn is in the house. Victor El Ergo. Victor Eluru. I'm just going to call you Victor. In the house for the first time, I believe. Nice to have you. Shogun Boxing. I was thinking it's mad bright outside there. Ped is in the house. Messi Lingard. Raphael. Yes, Messi. Good to have you. John Warrior in the house. Good evening to you, TBK. Victor Eluru. Eluru. Victor. I'm just going to call you Victor. I'm good, my friend. Good to have you in the house for the first time. Excellente. Okay, where are we? Everybody in the house, could you kindly smash that like button? I will join you. Smash that like. Let's turn up the beats. Let's get some more volume on the beats. More volume on the beats. Okay, smash that like button, everybody in the house, including you, Jem J. Smash that like button. AA Boxing and Blunts in the house. Okay. Yeah, smash that like button for Raphie. Okay. We're nicely warmed in. Victor says, yes, it's the first time. I got to know you from Nest TBV podcast. Well, Deontay Wilder blocked me on Instagram. Oh, boy. Sensitive Deontay. Okay, folks. So this is the point of the proceedings. I picked the first subject. And, you know, we like to warm in gently. So we're going for a nice gentle one. You know, we keep it interactive in here. So I'm going with We're going to get to all that Showtime business. We're going to get to the Deontay Wilder business. All of that we're going to get to. But first and foremost, we're warming in gently. First topic. Tyson Fury says Dubois v. Gorman is a bit too early. Do you agree or disagree? So, yes or no? Tyson Fury says Dubois v. Gorman is a bit too early, taking place a bit too early. Do you agree or disagree? Yay or nay? Alec Murray says, what's up, Raph? What's up, Alec? What's up? Okay. So, no. Tommy Semper says, no, it is not too early. Any more bids? Get your bidding. Let me take a drink. Let me take a sip. Nexus One disagrees. Leighton Evelyn disagrees. No. And while people are, Alec Murray, no. Dubois wins either way, says TBK. Victor Eluru disagrees. Okay, I think most people, myself included, are in disagreement. I was very surprised, pleasantly surprised when I saw the news. Of course, I reported on it when I saw that Frank Warren had made the fight. Very surprised. There had been much talk about it, marinating, leaving it to marinate. But as Jono from Big Boys Boxing has said, marinating's for meat. I'd agree with a certain amount of marination, but I think this was a very bold move. Gorman felt he was being left in the shadows, and he wanted in. And obviously, Frank Warren must have approached Dubois, who it seemed had emerged as the favorite son of the newcomers. So Warren must have approached Dubois with the idea, the notion. Would you fight Gorman then? Would you be prepared to fight Gorman? And Dubois must have said, I'd be happy to fight Gorman. I'll knock him out. I'll knock Gorman out. And Frank Warren promptly made that fight happen. I think it's great. There's too much marinating going on in boxing now. A certain amount of marinating, yes. Get the seasoning in. Get the thing seasoned properly. Yes, I agree with that. But there's over marinating. So I think it's a good move. Very positive. Looking forward to it sometime in June the 20th, I think. Jennings v. Joyce. Are they fighting? I don't think Jennings is fighting Joyce right now, is it? Is that the case? Are Jennings v. Joyce fighting? That's Don Hearn's question. TBK. I'm glad it's happening, but Dubois is my choice at the bookies. Leighton Evelyn. Tyson is worried about it because he has sparred with both, saying it's too early. MB is in the building. How do you do, MB? Smash that like button, folks. Gorman's contract is up with Warren. Warren must fancy Dubois winning. I'm not sure. Hold on. Are you saying that Gorman's contract is up with Warren? Really? I hadn't heard that. I had not heard that. I'm sure there will be an extension clause. I don't see Warren just having Gorman win Dubois and then walking. I find that highly unlikely that Warren would allow that to happen. Warren is a very astute businessman. So if Gorman's contract is coming up, then I'm sure there's an extension. No doubt in my mind there would be an extension added in with this fight contract, with this bout agreement. Well, it's an interesting point. I think Fury, Tommy Temper, I think Fury is playing mind games with that statement. Hmm. Leighton Evelyn, if Coleman wins, it means it messes up Warren's plans. I think so. I think Dubois is clearly the favored son over there. He's the favored son of the new crop. Alec Murray said Joyce has started doing a bit of head movement, which is impressive. I made a video on that. I made a video that I was very pleased with his development in his under Adam Booth in his last fight. Not many people shared my sentiments, but I stand by it. I was impressed with, for the first time, I was impressed with Joe Joyce. I liked his movement. I liked his movement a lot. I liked the way he was slipping punches. Obviously, it's against Ustinov. And clearly, Ustinov at this stage is not a world beater. I understand that, but still, he was looking silky in there with his movement. I'm in a minority. I understand that, but I stand by my statements. I like the way he's moving his upper body, the head movement, the shoulder twist, the shoulder roll. I like what I saw of Joyce for the first time. I was impressed. There you go. That's on record. Don Hearn, it will either be Joyce by KO or Jennings by points. Referring to somebody just asked that question about Jennings and Joyce. Jennings is the one who just got KO'd by Rivas. Is that not the case? Yes, I think that is the case. Dubois by KO, says Tommy Temper. Box, says Gorman, unanimous decision. Cliff Bailey, Gorman, a UK Ruiz. Yeah, I can see what you mean by that. Hello, Cliff Bailey. How do you do? Ruiz. Yeah, with the hands. I see the connection. Leighton Evelyn, Warren. Tommy Temper. I'm sure an extension clause would require both parties to agree terms. 100% Tommy Temper. I didn't mean that Warren would unilaterally just put in a clause. No. He would have to put in the clause and it would have to be agreed. Agreed with a signature. 100%. Big Boys Boxing. I thought Gorman was on a fight-by-fight basis. Hatton is Gorman's contracted promoter and trainer. Interesting. TBK. Warren has given up on Gorman because he has Joyce. Very interesting. MB. Well, Warren either makes this fight now or risks it never happening at all. If he's on a fight-by-fight basis under Warren, then yeah. Box. Joyce can be world champion. That's a very bold statement, Box. A lot of people are going to be stomping on their mouses right now. But I tell you this. I will tell you this. Big Boys Boxing said, "Lol, Ustinov made Joyce look like Gary Russell Jr." I tell you this. I was impressed. I'm in the minority. I was impressed with Joyce's upper body movement. I like the way he was slipping punches. I see promise in Joyce for the first time. I see promise. World champion? I don't know, but I think that given time, under Adam Booth, we're going to see some major improvements, and we've already seen some improvements in Joyce. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the Adam Booth trained Joyce right about now. There you go. I've said it. It's on record. It's on record. Smash that like button, says Leighton Evelyn. I concur. Smash it. Smash it. Tyson Fury knows how to delay big fights or duck a rematch, says Victor Eluru. When he comes up with that statement, I am not surprised. Well, Raphie, have you heard the latest here in America about AJ ticket sales? What's the latest in America about AJ's ticket sales? I heard they were going very well. Victor, yeah, I just smashed the like button. Wicked. Tell me more. Tell me more about what you heard in America, Victor. Victor is in America. Yeah, what about the sales? Already smashed, says Alec Murray. Victor, please share, says Tommy Temper. Yeah, he's keeping us in suspense. Don't do this to us, Victor. Don't keep us in suspense. Copend, 09. You're looking forward to seeing Hrgovic, who is probably the best from the 26 super heavyweights Olympic. Hrgovic is showing a lot of promise. A lot of skill. Alec Murray. Yeah, Victor, spill the beans. Big boys boxing. What's that? Tick? Spill the beans, Victor. Victor's writing, no doubt. Let Victor write what he's writing. He'll get back to us on that. Okay. So that is the first topic. We've just warmed in nicely with the first topic. Everybody wants to see that fight. Everybody's happy. Nobody's unhappy. I'm cool with it. Next topic. And then we get into, well, actually, where should I start? If I go into that one, then we get deeper. We go into the deep water. I'm trying to stay in the shallow end for a little while. Let's go with this one. Okay. Boxing Block Center. Wagwan to you, my Nigerian friend. How are you? Representing Nigeria to the fullest is Boxing Block Center. I think I was subscribed to you, my friend, under my personal channel. I am subscribed to you under my personal channel, under my personal account. But this is my sports account. So don't think I'm not subscribed to you, Boxing Block Center. I've been watching you for a while, my friend. I love the accent. You love the content. There you go. This is our man from Nigeria. He's our African correspondent. Love his stuff. Says he loves my stuff. That's awesome. That is awesome. Good to have you in here, Mr. Boxing Blog Center. Love the accent. Love the way he speaks. Love the way you called that time back in the day when you called you did a video and you called Wilder a Mugu. You says Wilder is a Mugu. Wilder is a Boxing Block Center. You spread the word with your people, man. Tell them to come visit me. Tell some of them to come and say hello. We need to grow this baby. We need to grow this thing. And one day I would like to have you on. You know, I'd like to send you a link. I'd like to have you on because I love your content, my friend. I love your content. Holler at me on Instagram and let's connect. We will certainly connect, my friend. We will certainly connect. This is my Nigerian friend, Boxing Block Center. If you haven't heard of him, go check him out. Beautiful channel. Okay. Victor Alergo. Where's that come from? Message retracted? Why did you retract the message, Victor? I was just going to read that. Victor's teasing us. Ralph likes to paddle. Yeah, I like to, paddle in the shallow end. Just nice and gentle. MB, yo, Raphie, tell us what happened with you and TBV. What goes on behind the scenes, MB? Hold on. MB, are you not a guy who used to be a presenter on TBV, MB? Are you not a guy who used to be a co-presenter, co-host on TBV? Are you not a guy who used to? No, bro, you're thinking of Boxing MD. Yeah, I'm thinking of Boxing MD. Well, we'll go into a little TBV stuff later. We'll save all of that stuff for dessert. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of warming in. Some people start off with the hot topics first. I warm in first, and then I leave the hottest topics for the end. You know, so I leave that for dessert. But all these topics are good. But the next topic, yeah, I'll share some of that with you. If you're here at the end, if you're still here at the end, then I'll give you some little treats. I'll give you some treats, some dessert treats. Okay, so what time is it? Okay, we're nicely warmed in. So I don't know about this. So I'm going to investigate this live. Smash that like button, folks. I'm going to investigate this thing live. I'm going to do it live. I am going to investigate what I thought it was a joke, but I saw a picture with Deontay Wilder with 2 Emmys. Now, can somebody, while I'm looking for it, can somebody tell me, is this real? Is this real? I saw Deontay Wilder with 2 Emmys. And I thought it was a joke at first. But then I saw the picture and I thought, hold on a second. Is this really real? Is this real life? Is this real life? Who's Jeff? Who is Jeff? TBK says, Jeff, come on in. Who is Jeff? Cliff Bailey. This TVB is up. Mate, he was in Billions for 39 seconds. But the show won it. Not him. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Joshua is indeed the landlord. This is Victor. Joshua is indeed the landlord here in America. Teddy Atlas says Joshua Price tickets at MSG is 3 times more expensive than that of Wilder's at Barclays Center. At the moment, MSG 19,000 tickets sold. Yes, Victor, I'm up to speed with that stuff. Absolutely up to speed. It's at least 3 times as much. The most expensive seats at the front, the most expensive seats, but the most expensive seats are up to 10 times as much for Joshua. Up to 10 times as much for Joshua. So, yeah, that's something do we go into that later? Okay, I might as well talk about that now. I might as well talk about ticket sales now. Okay, so, right, the capacity at Madison, well, I thought it was 19K. I thought the capacity of Madison Square Garden was 19K. There was 17K. They said they had 2,000 tickets to sell. They said 2,000 tickets left. So I think the capacity for Madison Square Garden, let's look it up. 21,000 at Madison Square Garden, says Alex. 21,000. So if they're 19, they got 2,000 tickets left. What is it, a week and a half away? Yeah, so let's talk about the tickets then. Okay, now, the argument was before Joshua went over to America, the argument was Barclays is 19,000, but they limited it to 16,000. Barclays is 19,000 capacity, which they limited it to 16,000. They closed off certain areas. So they reduced the capacity from 19 to 16 because Wilder was in town. And of the 16, they filled 13,000 seats. Of course, a certain amount of those seats were free, were given away. But there were 13,000 people in the house. You have to imagine a couple of those thousands, at least a few thousand, were tickets that were comped or given away. which is something that they were most certainly doing. Raph, I watch Billions. It's on the 4th season, a good show. But Wilder appeared in it for 30 seconds, saying, "Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on." But it's all bull that Wilder won an Emmy. It was the show that he guest appears in. Yeah, MSG, yeah. Wicked, that was from Leighton Evelyn. Yeah, I've heard that, Leighton. Victor Eleru confirms MSG is 21,000 sold, 19,000 tickets sold, 2,000 to go. Much more expensive than Wilder tickets. This is for AJ at Madison Square Garden. Leighton Evelyn says, when the gates are revealed, when the revenue for the gates are revealed, then we will see the embarrassment. We certainly shall, Leighton. But we know that we have some people overseas, a certain sect, a certain cult. We have a cult overseas who will try to spin that. I want to see them spin it. I want to see them spin it. I want to see the sweat trickle from their brow as they lie through their clenched teeth. That would be highly amusing to me. Highly amusing. Tommy Temper. Maybe Espinosa spent his whole budget on getting Wilder on TV for 30 seconds. Wow. Yeah, that would be something. John Warrior. Showtime owns Billions. They tried to use it to promote him on mainstream media. Ah, that's interesting. TBK asks, why does no one know Wood? That's interesting. Interesting. Alec Leroux. Victor Leroux. Alec Murray. Lol, Wilder is an absolute hype job. Well, it's not looking good. He was supposed to be the man in America, and his tickets are way cheaper, and he can't fill the house. They have to reduce the house, and he still can't fill the reduced figure. That's the reality of it. LDBC actually believe Ross B in the building. LDBC actually believe Wilder got 10 million against Breezel. He was free to air TV. Lol. He didn't make 10 mil. Yeah, I'm coming to that actually. I have to discuss that. Well, I discussed that in the video. We'll have a little touch on that again. Yeah, because he can't act for shizzle. Okay. So the ticket prices, clearly Joshua demands a higher ticket price. And it appears 20 million back. Leighton Evelyn says Nestor Gibson is saying he got paid 20 million on the back end. 20 million on the back end. So 10 million up front and 20 million on the back end for Wilder. Where the hell was that money coming from? No way, no how. I don't think he's earned 30 million his entire time in all of his fights with Showtime. Fireman is in the house. Bless up, champ. Bless up to you, bro. MB. Hey, Raphie. Do you think Eddie Hearn will finally just give in and play Wilder 50-50? Not over my dead body. I don't mean literally my dead body, but I don't want to die. But no. Hell to the N to the O. No way. Let's talk about that then. You see, sometimes I worry when I come on. I have a list of topics. And I think to myself, yeah. I've got the list, so I'm good now. But before I have the list, I'm kind of concerned. Is this list good enough? I look at it and I make sure it's good enough. But then I come on and people start talking. And all of a sudden, the show, from the small germ, the show creates itself. This show creates itself with good questions from the people who opted to subscribe to me. I consider myself highly privileged to have such an engaging squad. I have an engaging squad who ask me very good questions. Now, Who asked me that question? Who asked me that question? What was the question? I was a fireman. And then MB. It was MB. MB said, hey, Raphie, do you think Eddie Hearn? Oh, the 50-50. Let's talk about the 50-50. The 50-50 thing comes up regularly. On last Saturday's show, I went into that where we talked about the money deeply. We talked about the money deeply. Now, some people say money doesn't matter. How the hell does money, in what aspect of life does money not matter? I'm going to go into this. I'm going to go deep into this. In what aspect of life does money not matter? Money matters in almost virtually every aspect of life. Every aspect of life, money matters. Should it matter? You could say, no, we could all be hippies. Hey, that would be cool. I'd be down with that. If we're all hippies and everybody's on the same income and it was a living wage, everybody had a living wage, everybody could take a foreign holiday every year. Yeah, that would be sweet. I'd be cool with that. But that's not the way it is. Money matters in almost every aspect of life. I went to a funeral the other day. Not going to talk about the funeral, but I went to the funeral the other day. Actually, it was quite a good funeral. Saw a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time. Long time. It's good to catch up with a lot of people. But the thing is this, even on the simplest level, I remember when I was a kid and I used to see my mom putting money in the contribution tin. I thought, Mom's putting money in the contribution tin. That's our money. She's spending our money in church. Even on the simplest level, I felt good. I'm not going to tell you how much I put in because into the contribution thing. I'm not going to tell you how much I put in, but I felt good that I was able to put the amount in that I put in. I felt good. I felt, wow, I actually feel good about contributing to this church, the church in which I was raised. I felt good. I don't go very often, very rarely, hardly ever, but it felt good just to be able to give an amount, and it's all good. It's not going to hurt me. It's good. You have it for the church, for the congregation. Keep it going. It's nice. Money matters. Now, my position is this. Why the hell should AJ look at the deeper implications? Look at the deeper implications of AJ giving Wilder 50%. If AJ gives Wilder 50%, we'll never hear the end of it. We will never hear the end of it. Wilder is on parity with AJ. Wilder is AJ's equal. In no way is Wilder's AJ's equal. Wilder took the easy road. Wilder ate a bowl of cherries to get to where he got to. Does he have a good punch? Hell, he's got a good punch. I've watched that shit shizzle in slow motion. It's a great punch. It's a lovely punch. It's almost a thing of beauty when you watch it in slow motion. But is he on parity? Is his body of work anywhere close to AJ's? Hell to the no. If I'm at the pinnacle of my sport or profession, why would I then go and anoint a lesser man, a man with a lesser record, a man who has took the easy way every time? He's took the easiest route every time. And I'm going to anoint that man as my equal? He's on parity with me? Hell no. On a principle basis, the answer, there's only one answer, and that's no. No way, no how. Even if he'd won beat Fury, his body of work is still not that of AJ's. No way, no how. 50%, I say never. Not under these circumstances. Not as it stands. No way. He'd have to beat Fury like 2 times. He'd have to come and beat Fury 2 times. And then he'd have to fight Dillian White and beat him too. If he beats Fury 2 times and beats Dillian White, then an argument can be made for 50-50. Other than that, no way, no how. No way, no how. Okay, the chat is on fire. Smash that like button, folks. The chat is on fire. The chat is on fire. Okay, I think I'm there. But how did they make 10 million and then Breeze will make 1.2 million? Isn't the split 70-30? That is one of the topics. So I think I'm coming to that next. There is a rumor that PBC is in debt and Al Heyman is looking to sell. Yeah, that has persisted for some time. You got $500 million investment from bankers. $500 million, that's 500 million. You got $500 million investors from bankers some years back. And I don't know if they've recouped yet. That's why Al Heyman is so eager to hold on to his champions. He needs his champions. Alec Murray, exactly. The manager gets 25% to 25%. So 10 million doesn't make sense if Breeze got 1.2. Indeed. Wilder has been humble. Dude's talking about losing. It seems a reality check in your American paper chump Wilder has set in. The Joshua fight is getting closer and closer, says Victor Oleru. Tommy Temper says, Raph, you mean Wilder is worth at least 75% cut. Fireman says we'll get the fight in 2 years. Yeah, how many cherries? How many cherries does Wilder fight in 2 years? SB says happiness. Yes, I was happy to give. SSB, but still, boxing is a business and money matters. In what business does money not matter? I hear people say money doesn't matter. In what business does money not matter? I agree with you, SSB. I hear people saying money doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter? How does money doesn't matter? Since when did money not matter? Money matters in almost every aspect of life that I can think of. Somebody tell me different. The WBC belt is so prestigious. It's so beautiful. The WBC belt is the most prestigious belt in the world. Isn't that the WBC belt that Riddick Bowe threw in the garbage can? Is that the WBC belt that Riddick Bowe threw in the garbage can? It's always bothered me over the years. One question has always bothered me over the years after Riddick Bowe threw that WBC belt in the garbage can. One question has haunted me. And that question is, did anybody ever wipe it off after Riddick Bowe threw it in the garbage? Did anybody ever disinfect the belt after Riddick Bowe threw it in the garbage? I find it highly disturbing. Wow, the chat is on fire. Is Raspi? Are you talking to me, Raspi? When you say, "Are you in the UK?" Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? You talking to me? Yeah, man. Birmingham, UK. Raspi. Oh, I think you know I'm from the UK. I think you know that. White would knock out Breeze or clean, says Leighton Evelyn. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. Thought. Tony Douglas, money definitely matters. And it's the catalyst, the fuse for Wilder to think about this. He has been a heavyweight for 10, 11 years, champ for 4 years, but he's receiving peanuts and sees what AJ is making, and he's pissed. Yes, he is. I concur with that. I agree with that. I think it hurts when I've been a champion. The blood, sweat, and tears. Sometimes when I come back from training, I've got a comfortable bed, but no matter which way I turn, I can't get comfortable in my bed. It's so painful. I don't think the public realize how much we goes through. We goes through a lot, and you're not supposed to get punches in the head. A man's not supposed to get punched in the head. Any doctor will tell you that. My doctor told me that. And I need to get compensated. I think 50% is reasonable. It's reasonable. I don't think I'm being unreasonable to hold out for 50% or nothing. It's 50-50 or no fight. 50-50 or no fight. Ped says AJ is a unit. And Evelyn, yeah, Wilder got paid about 4.5 mil. The rest on the Bomb Squad promotion. Bomb Squad promotions. That Wilder fight must have run at a loss if they paid Wilder 10 million. Yeah, I don't know. Even if Bomb Squad promotion was getting some money, that wouldn't come up to 10 mil. Because Bomb Squad promotion, they might have got a slice, but the other promoters would have needed a slice. So no way do I see that coming up to 10 mil. Bomb Squad promotions, I don't see it coming up to 10 mil. I don't see how. I need to see the figures. I need to see the accounting figures. I need to see those accounting figures. Riddick binned the belt. He most certainly did. Ross B says Wilder don't want Wilder and Alien Head. Wilder and Alien Head don't want any smoke with Dillian White. It's very clear. That's what Ross B says. It's very, very clear. Have I come to the end of the chat now? Wow. That took a while. That took a while. That took a while.
We are in serious negotiations with. I have developed a very good relationship with John Skipper, and as a matter of, we are continually talking. We are continually talking. So it is only a matter of time where we can come together and finally say we have finalized the deal. People merely have to be patient. I have been in this game for 30 years. Al Heyman has been in this game for 30 years. We have a combined, together, we have a combined 60 years of experience in doing this. Eddie Hearn is very much a newcomer in comparison. So I just think people need to be patient, trust in the process, and we will get this done. It may take some time, but I'm sure you'll all agree that it is time well spent. We are working to make this happen. We are working to make this happen. I see, I see, I see, I see Big Boy's boxing is being very harsh. He says, we've been patient for I'm not going to use that word, 3 years, just get it done. And he calls me Winkle. If he ever calls me Winkle again, we will quit the negotiations immediately. We will cease and desist with emotions negotiations immediately. I demand my respect. Eddie called me Shirley, and that put the negotiations back by 6 months. Please, people, please. So those were the words I was just channeling. I was just channeling Shirley Temple. Sorry, Shirley Winkle. My apologies. My apologies. My apologies. Okay, so I think we're up to date. MB, lol, ped, haha. Victor Allergo, smiley face. That's a great impression, says Ross B. It's a natural thing. It's disturbing to me how it just comes out. It's quite disturbing. Those impersonations are hilarious, man. It's hilarious. We're working hard to do this thing, man. We're working hard for the peoples. We're doing this for the peoples, man. Right. I've had too much fun with the impersonations. I've had too much fun. MB rolling on the floor laughing. I'm just waiting on Dan's statement saying we have had no further contact from. Yeah, they're saying that we're in talks. I don't believe nothing that Finkel, Shelley Winkle, Shirley Temple says. Nothing at all. John Warrior, it's funny how Wilder starts talking about the head is not meant to, the head is not meant to be hit. When asked about the yeah, all of a sudden, when people ask Deontay Wilder about how the Joshua fight is progressing, the negotiations, it comes out with, well, you know, any doctor will tell you the head is not meant to be hit. It's not meant to be hit. The brain is not meant to be shook up that way. Yeah, all of a sudden the head's not meant to be hit. The head's not meant to be hit all of a sudden. Who's more bitter, Frank Warren or Shirley Winkle? Bloody hell, that's a hard one. Ped, Raph just set the fight back by 6 months. Oh, man. Raph, your Shirley Finkel, Winkle, Twinkle is on point, brother, says Alec Murray. Yeah, I enjoy it too much. I just love doing it. I should write a book of bedtime stories and do it in the Shirley Finkel voice. Shirley Winkle, Twinkle, Finkel. Yeah, that's slave trading white devil. What the hell? Lying trickster Hearn. Oh, okay, it's a parody. Yeah, that slave trading white devil milking sneaky lying trickster Hearn needs to be respectful to the men that have called him all those things and more before. Yeah. Who'd ever thought an alien fetus would sound so funny every time? Every time Winkle speaks, I laugh, says Big Boy Boxing. That's hard. 50-50 fish eyes and the alien. It's a 50-50 between fish eyes and the alien. Who's going to split them? So I think I've just spoken about the money aspect. Okay. I'll come back to that later. That's one for later. Right, let's get deeper, hardcore now. Right. Listen up, folks. Listen up. This is a serious question, right? Viral videos. Now, what a viral video is supposed to be? A video is viral when it just takes off exponentially. Is that the right word? Exponentially explodes. I think I'm saying the word wrong, but it just explodes. A video goes out, a short video clip. What is the definition of a viral video? Do I want to look it up? I don't think so. It's a short video clip or a picture. Well, if it's a video, it's a video. It just takes on a life of its own. It goes all over the world. Millions of people see this viral video, and it's supposed to theoretically, people assume that if you were involved in a viral video, that somehow there would be some kind of financial reward for you. You would be somehow rewarded financially. Certainly, that was the perception in boxing. You're involved in a viral video, then wow, big things are going to happen. But let's look at it. Let me just cut this music for a second.
Right, viral video. So Deontay Wilder has been involved in a viral videos. Number of viral videos. The last one, what was the big? Oh, the Stavern knockout. Uh, Wilder v Stavern 2. That knockout. I think that was the first round. That knockout when he's just draped on the ropes. That was a massive viral video. Do I have the numbers? No, but it was big. It was viral. Now trending, it's trending, viral, massive, huge. Now there was a belief that because Wilder, his believers, his sponsors, what do you call those guys over there? His backers, his riders. Let's call them riders. There was a belief by his riders that because Deontay Wilder had legitimately been involved in at least a couple spectacular knockouts, the Arthur Spilker, credit where credit's due, Wilder has been involved in a number of spectacular knockouts. Now there was a belief, a perception that as a result of Wilder being involved in these spectacular knockouts, that would somehow have an impact on his saleability. That was the belief. But it's beginning to come very clear. It's becoming very clear that that does not seem to be the case. We come back to the sales, we come back to the tickets. What? Joshua, how many viral knockouts has Joshua had? He's had some good knockouts. The Povetkin knockout was a great knockout. Povetkin. The knockout of Breezel was good. He had him staggering. He wasn't a knock him dead knockout, but he had the guy staggering. Gets up off the ropes, off the ground, staggers on the ropes. Referee has to hold him up. He has had a few he has had a few spectacular knockouts. Vitali, the Klitschko knockout, that was spectacular also. Klitschko finished, but you see, Joshua's knockouts, they're different because people stagger up. People get up drunk. They stagger up. People stagger up, get up drunk. Whereas with Wilder's knockouts, people stay on the ground for a while. People tend to stay on the ground for a while. So, the Dillian White knockout, that was a classic. That was a classic. Did it go viral? I don't know, but that was a classic. That was an absolute classic. But he's had some great knockouts. The Klitschko knockout, even though he was on his feet, was brilliant because he knocked him down twice and then was about to knock him down for the third time. But Wilder's knockouts, I appreciate those, but Wilder has had some one-punch knockouts. And he's not even one punch, but the person stayed on the ground. Okay, so there was a perception, there was a belief that would translate into ticket sales. Well, I can kill that really quickly. I can kill that argument really quickly. Clearly, that is not the case. So let's go a little bit deeper. Let's go a level deeper. Let's peel the onion one more layer. His riders, his people overseas, who we shall call riders, have suggested that due to the fact that Wilder has had these multiple viral moments, which he has had multiple viral moments, that would translate into ticket sales. That would somehow, there would be some kind of financial reward. Now, in order to get financial reward, you have to sell. In this business, it's the game of selling tickets. And clearly, we are seeing that is not working out. That is not working out. So this stock, plenty of stock was put into this concept, this belief that because the man had gone viral on multiple occasions, which had caused multiple Google searches as a result of these viral moments. These viral moments did yield something. These viral moments yielded multiple Google searches. These multiple Google searches meant that ESPN somehow had him as the world's most famous boxer because of Google searches as a result of viral moments. So it did yield something, but it, it has not resulted in bums on seats. And ultimately, the boxing game is a game of bums and seats. Bums on seats. And so Wilder has failed in the most crucial department, in one of the most crucial departments. One of the most crucial departments is putting asses on seats. Asses on seats. And Wilder fails in that most crucial department. Okay, it felt good. It felt good. I think I broke that down nicely. Okay, let's bring the music back. Let's bring the music back. Sometimes you have to turn the music off to concentrate. Have you ever been in the car and you have to turn the music off to concentrate? Yeah, happens to me frequently. Okay, let's go into the chat and see. Let me check over here. Yeah, everything's nice over here. Over there, rather. Levels look sweet. Levels look sweet. Jem J. Jem J has not returned. He commented one comment and he has not returned. Oh, but I do see one dislike. All right, anybody in the house who has not smashed the like button as of yet, please kindly do so now. It's always greatly appreciated. Okay, let's go back into the chat after that section of what is the impact of a viral video. Okay, I think I know where we are in the chat. Ever notice how? Yeah, John Warrior says, have you ever noticed how somebody has a couple of people have hit that like? A couple more, please. Couple more, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Couple more, hit the like, please. Thank you. All right, John Warrior says, we're back in the chat. Ever noticed how the US YouTube channels interview Wilder team and interview the Wilder team respectfully, and then interview Eddie Hearn disrespectfully? Yeah, they're very cheeky with Eddie. Very cheeky with Eddie. I should be his press manager or something like that. You know, I'd say, no, Eddie, we don't talk to these people until they learn some respect. You know, leave them by the wayside crying. No, say, hush your mouth until you learn how to use your mouth properly. Until you know how to speak properly, with respectfully. Go and learn some respect. Then you can come and talk to Eddie. That should be my role. Yeah, I should have a job on what is it? The Zone? They should give me a job interviewing the fighters and the boxing people in general. They should contact me. Eddie should holler. Eddie should holler. I'd still keep this. Don't worry. I'll go on the road with this program, with the show. The show would go on the road. Winkle actually got clotheslined off his chair at the LA presser. He did, says MB, but it was quite remarkable because he just got up like nothing had happened. He got clotheslined off his chair, fell flat on his back, and he just got up like nothing happened. He just shook it off. I swear the guy's like, anybody seen the film Paul? The guy's like Paul, the little alien kid. Yeah, it's like Paul. That's something that would happen to Paul. He get clothesline, fall flat on his back, get up, dust himself off like nothing had happened, have a cigarette. Yeah, I'm going to check out that link later, Evelyn. I don't want to press it in this window. Something might go crazy over here. I could press it on my phone, though. That's interesting. Yeah, the Dillian White knockout was a classic. But they have been getting back up from the Wilder KOs, though. Yeah, they get back up. They get back up from the Wilder KOs. But they don't show that in those little viral clips. All you see is the knockout. All you see is the knockout. You don't see them getting back up. In the Joshua knockout, you see them getting back up. The Zambano love KO was savagery. Ortiz got up a few times. He did. It's a good point you're making. The chat is making good points. I said they don't get back up from Wilder shots. They do. But the viral videos don't show him getting back up. So it's a good point being made in the chat. Absolutely. Spilka is the last KO to sleep from Wilder. Yes. It was a hell of a knockout. Credit where credit's due. One hell of a knockout. AJ's a break you down, then knock you out fighter. Yeah, he's a systematic breakdown guy. I've just been when I came in from work this evening, I queued up the Povetkin fight. I've only managed to watch round 1 so far. Not even that. Not even properly. I'm probably gonna watch it after this. Probably. I fell asleep. I had my dinner. I ate my dinner. Came in, had a shower, ate my dinner, fell asleep. AJ set you up, says Leighton Evelyn. John Dealey is in the house. John Dealey is in the house. He says Wilder throws that right hand like with a run, like a fast bowler. Like a fast bowler. No one else will take that kind of risk. It's a big risk. And I think we discussed this on Wednesday. Did we discuss this on Wednesday? I just certainly discussed it in a chat. I mean, in a video. What was that video called? I think my video is called... What was that video called? I made a video on that very same subject that John Dealey is talking about. Let's have a look. What's it called? What's the name of the video? Oh, yeah. The moment Breezel almost KO'd Deontay Wilder. The moment Breezel almost KO'd Deontay Wilder 4 days ago. 4 days ago. Yeah, he takes risks with that shot, the way he throws that shot, and he leaves himself open. You should search for people you don't know. You search for people you don't know, though. ESPN got it wrong. Yeah, ESPN. Oh, that's a good point. John Warrior says you don't search for people. You search for people you don't know. So the fact that they were searching for him, that's an excellent point. The fact they were searching for Deontay Wilder means that he's not popular. It means they don't know who he is. That's why they had to search for him. Leighton Evelyn, yeah. Fans equal money. Tommy Temple, well said, Raph. Leighton Evelyn, hit that like, smash that like button. Smash it. Ped, a dislike could be Nesta Gibbs. Yo, I know for a fact. I have it on good authority that Nesta Gibbs has been in the house. More than once. I have that on good authority. I also, who said that? Ped, a dislike. And also, Ped, I also know that at least two other big channels have been in the house more than once. Yeah. I have it on good authority from different sources, multiple different sources. Yeah. Real talk. Can't divulge nothing, but yeah, I know that. Told to me in confidence by different sources. And the next one, for sure, there's some other ones. I'm not going to mention none of them, but I know. Could be watching now. Could be one of them now. That's cool, though. Maybe one day, they'll salute. Maybe one day. They'll say, hey, I listen to this guy. Maybe you should too. Hey, I listen to this guy. Maybe you should too. Right. Ricky Hatton. Right. Shirley Winkle hit the thumbs down. Damn, Shirley Winkle. Was it Shirley Winkle? Was it Ness? Was it Jem J? We got a lot of suspects. Aquaman got that water in the face for his disrespect. That was dripping off his chinny chin chin. It was dripping off his chinny chin chin. 1 second, let me have a look through my window. Okay. All right. Eddie should pee them off like Tyson. Kick that Ellie setback out of the press conference. Yeah. Eddie should come on Dawkins Combat Radio. Yo, Eddie needs to talk to me, man. Me and Eddie need to talk. I need to get my Twitter up and running. I have a Twitter, but I need to remember what the code word is. I need to go into my email, find out the code word, and then start using it. I need to connect with them mans. We need to do business together. We need to prosper. We all need to prosper together. We need to grow. We need to grow together. Next is one. Eddie should come on Dawkins' radio, Combat Radio. Yes. Aquaman portrays a bad image for boxing media, says SSB28. Ped says, yes, he does. Twinkle bounces like a young man. Yo, that guy bounces well. The man's supposed to be 80, and he just got up like nothing happened. The man got up like nothing happened. It's ridiculous. He's got the flexibility of a toddler. Unreal. I think he's on them stem cells. That's it. I just realized Twinkle must be on the stem cells. That's what made him so flexible when he just bounced up. And B, yeah, man. Twinkle was wriggling around on the floor like a baby turtle. Twinkle was rolling around on the floor like a baby turtle. On its back. Tony Douglas in the house. Wilder's style is like a horror movie. While Joshua's style is must-see. Is a must-see old young cat. Dog, parrot, budgie. Want to see him. Must see old and young. Cat, dog, parrot, budgie. Want to see him fight. You forgot Goldfish. He's a real superstar. Yeah, I like the fact that AJ is clearly always working on improving his skills. It's very clear. It's very evident. Very clear. I like that. Alec Murray makes a good point. I have also seen Eddie shut them down. I have seen that also. Yeah. That's Alec Murray. Leighton Evelyn. Eddie's a boss. He knows how to school these fools. Leighton Evelyn. Cali Enigma got schooled. Cali Enema. Leighton Evelyn says Cali Enema got schooled and said he had more chance winning New York. Let me read that again. Cali Enigma, let's call him Cali Enema, got schooled and said he had more chance of winning the New York Marathon. I've never watched Cali Enigma. Is he the fat guy in the high vis? Is Cali Enigma the fat guy and always in the high vis? Making videos while he's on the job? That's ridiculous. That's outrageous. Somebody should contact Sainsbury's, his employer. I'm joking. No snitching. We don't really go in for that snitching thing. Like some overseas guys. Some guys overseas. Not all guys overseas, just some cult members overseas, should I say. I like it when the guy asked if he thought Ortiz was the bogeyman. And then he says, bogeyman? Who? Luis Ortiz? The bogeyman? AJ knocks him out in 3 rounds. What the fuck's going on?
What the hell's going on? Adam Neal is in the building. Eddie's a good dude. I'm sure he'll listen. Well, there's no way he doesn't know who I am. Because come on, I was the guy repping and protecting. Protector? I was the guy repping for the UK when TBV was on trying to get on Eddie's neck. I was first the caller and then the host, the co-host. So Eddie must know who I am. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. There's no way he doesn't know who I am. I'm gonna start using my Twitter and start getting to a line of communication. Got to get a line of communication. Get some content to bring back for my people on this channel. That's what I want to do. Let Evelyn. Just done with finished reading the article. Finkler's ridiculous, saying that Wilder won't be at AJ's fight because Joshua wasn't at his. Why would Joshua? I told this to BTFB, BCB. I said, why? He asked me, which fight has Joshua been in? Which Wilder fight has Joshua ever gone to? Which Wilder fight has Joshua ever come to? I told BTBFB, I said, why would Joshua go to a bum fight? Why would Joshua go to a bum fight? Riddle me that. Riddle me that. That's the answer. Why would Joshua go to a bum fight? Rude Boy is in the house. I believe Rude Boy is from Florida, so we have a Florida man in the house. Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury will be announced in the next 2 weeks, according to Dan's and Top Rank. I don't believe that, bro. I don't believe that, Rude Boy. I'm not saying I don't believe that you read it somewhere, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But what if it's true? What if it's actually true? That would be bizarre. That would be crazy. As far as I'm aware, it's Luis Ortiz next for Deontay Wilder. And then after that, it's Adam Kawanaki. If anything is different to that, that would be very, very interesting. Very interesting. What's going on with this loose neck collar? Very interesting. Sporting Icon saying what will be announced soon. What's going on? Could this be real? John Daly, he dissed Cali Enigma properly. Sporting Icons saying AJ Wilder will be announced soon. What? Nexus 1? What? Is this real? The Monster. I like Wilder. But I ain't a fan of Eddie. But I ain't a fan of Eddie Hearn. He's a snake. Oh, Monster, you're the guy who came at the end last week. Oh, Monster. Okay, Monster. Good to see you turned up earlier today. That's cool. Not last week, on Wednesday. Monster. Okay. Tommy Temper. Joshua is improving every fight, but Fury will win by unanimous decision. Tommy Temper's been playing his cards close to his chest. Yeah, that's possible. But it's also possible that Joshua knocks Fury the out. If Wilder can send Fury to the Shadow Realm, if Wilder can send Fury to the Shadow Realm with one shot, I'm sure that Joshua can string together a nice combination. Fury slips one, Fury slips two, then pow! A right explodes on the chin of Fury. And Fury's legs will start to knock. His knees will knock. And he crumbles to the ground in a heap. The difference is he doesn't get back up.
Or if he gets back up once, he's going to get sent back down again in the same round. In the same round, Tommy. It's going to do the same thing to him. It's going to look very similar to what happened to Vladimir Klitschko in that 12th round. Was it the 11th or the 12th? That's how it's going to be, Tommy. That's how it's going to be, my friend. I'm sorry. Sorry to break the news to you. Sorry to break the news to you, Tommy. No snitches. Leighton Evelyn, you know how it go. Snitching is for midgets, says Tommy Temper. MB, Cali Enigma thinks he's best friends with Luis Ortiz. That's interesting because Luis Ortiz doesn't even speak English. Luis Ortiz doesn't even speak English, and Cali Enigma, I'm sure, doesn't speak Spanish. The truth is, Wilder doesn't want to go to AJ's fight because AJ intimidates him too much. He doesn't want to see him face to face. Was praising him when he beat Klitschko. But as soon as he was safe back in the US, he switched. The man switched. Smash that like button. Rude Boy, Sporting Icons is reporting it. My goodness. He's a credible source. He's a credible source. This is shocking. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. So you mean to tell me that Wilder is going to turn down the opportunity of fighting Luis Ortiz in a rematch? That's a joke. That's a joke. Tommy Temper says, my hypothesis of how AJ finishes Fury is highly improbable. Well, we shall see, my good friend. We shall see. We shall see, won't we? We shall see, won't we? Oh, man. Tommy Temper says, Raph's breaking my heart. I'm going to cry in the river now. Raph's killing it tonight, says Leighton Evelyn. Oh, man. John Lee Jung. Oh, first of all, Johnny Blaze 33, I don't think I've welcomed you into the chat. Welcome into the chat, Johnny Blaze. I don't think I've saluted you today. How do you do? Pleased to have you again. John Lee John. Thank you for visiting our humble abode. It is a pleasure to have you. I hope you've smashed that like button, please. Smash that like button and hit the bell icon for more of similar. If you like this kind of thing, hit the like button and smash the bell icon. I am totally in the groove. I am actually enjoying myself. I always enjoy the shows. There comes a point in the show when I start to really enjoy it. Today, that point of the show came very, very close to the start of it. I'd started. A couple of cheeky people were in the chat. They were reprimanded early, within like the first few minutes. They were reprimanded. One of them fled back to America, and the other one opted to behave himself, which I appreciate. And very shortly, not too long after that, the groove kicked in, and I've been in the groove ever since. Once I'm in the groove, I stay in the groove. But I don't think I've got into the groove so quickly ever. So this show has probably been the most enjoyable for me. Having said that, I see that notification. Cool. Having said that, I have been enjoying the shows increasingly. Johnny Blaze 33, salute to you. So I have been enjoying the shows. I always enjoy the shows, but I have been enjoying the show from an earlier starting point, progressively as time goes on. I passed that one on. Yeah. I've received that. Thank you, Tommy Temper. So where was John Lee John? John Lee John, smash the like button and smash the bell icon so you stay notified.
Wilder is the worst heavyweight champion of all time. Well, I can't say of all time because there have been a few funny ones, but in recent times, he's certainly not the most stellar in recent times. His cherry picking is abysmal. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace that anyone has been at the WBC have aided and abetted him in his cherry picking. It's totally unacceptable. Unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. Charles Martin's up there. Martin gets an honorable mention. So Wilder is not the worst. He's just someone who has been a bad representative of the sport as a champion. Okay. Viral videos, we've done that. Okay. We have to touch on the subject of the purse splits. We have to touch on the subject of the purse splits. I need a calculator. I don't really need a calculator. I can do this without a calculator. Okay, so let me make sure what we know of the WBC regulations regarding mandatory splits. WBC. No, I'm not going to look this up. I looked this up before. I remember looking this up before, and it took a long time. I'll go do it. WBC mandatory splits. WBC mandatory splits. I've already done this once before. Yeah, I think I've already done this before. I'm pretty sure I've done this before. I'm not going to do it now. Where are we? I've already done it. I know what it is. Okay, so let's say it's 30%. It's 30 or 25. That's the problem, Nexus One. That's the problem. It could be 25. I remember looking for this before for a long time, and I found the answer, but I didn't save it or copy and paste it or nothing. So that means if I have to go in again, I'm going to look for it again. I know it took a long time last time. It takes about 10 minutes because there's lots of scrolling stuff and you have to scroll through. I don't have 10 minutes to scroll through. You see, it could be 25%. So let's work with the worst case scenario. Let's go with 25% for the mandatory. Let's go. Worst case scenario is 25%. I think it's 30, but let's look at the worst case scenario first at 25%. Right? If Breezel's mandatory split was 25%, if it was 25%, then that's 2.5 million. 2.5. If Wilder got 10 million and Breezel was due 25% of that, then Breezel's split should have been 2.5 million. 2.5 million. Now, if it's 30%, if he's due 30%, and Wilder got 10 million, then Breezel would have been due what? 3.3 million? 3.33 and a third? 3.33. Yeah? The fact that he got like half of 3.33, what's 3.33? It's 1.3.3s, 1.5, 3, 1.7. Yeah. So the bottom line is, if it's 10 million, Breezel should have got anywhere between 2.5 million, 25%, and 3.3 million. But he only got 1.2 million. 1.2 million. So that means that if 1.2 was in between 25% and 30%, 1.2. So that would mean we'd have to triple 1.2. For 30%, we'd have to treble 1.2. And that would be, what's that? 1, 2, 3.6.
Yeah. So Wilder, in reality, according to the split that Breezel got, according to Breezel's purse, Wilder got in between 3.6 million and 4.5. 3.6 and 4.5. Is the monster? Is monster going crazy up in the house? Let me just tend to the monster. Let me see what the monster's doing. The monster. The monster letting Evelyn. What bombs has Wilder fought? He's fought a bunch of light. He's fought a bunch of cruiserweights. Anyway, I'll leave the guys in blue to talk to the monster. All right, so 2.5, 3 mil. 2.5. Yeah. So if Breeze only got 1.2, never go down. If Breeze only got 1.2, then Wilder's purse was in the region of 3.6 million to 4.5. That was the window. That's the window. 3.6 to 4.5. That's the rough window. Without a calculator, that's the rough window. So where the other excess of where the other 5.5 million came from, which Wilder has which allegedly received, I don't know. I don't know. The first 39 fights were like I don't know. So in conclusion, according to Breezel's purse of 1.2 million, reported purse of 1.2 million, Wilder's purse could only have been in the region of 3.6 million to 4.5 million dollars. That's rough. That's some rough calculation. So where did the rest of the money come from for Wilder? Really don't know. We have to speculate at this point that the 10 million is a fictitious figure. We have to speculate that. It's looking like the 10 million is a fictitious figure because it doesn't make mathematical sense based on the WBC regulations that a mandatory should receive between 25 and 30%. It doesn't make any sense. Johnny Blaze, 3.6 for Wilder at 25%. 3.6 million for Wilder at 25%. So this figure of 10 million, it seems highly, highly suspicious and makes no sense in relation to Wilder's income. All those guys you just mentioned, Monster, many of those guys, Spilka, Duapas, were either cruiserweights, had been cruiserweights, or small heavyweights. Spilka and Duapas for sure were cruiserweights, had come up from cruiserweights. They were small guys. Small. Yeah. Small guys. And they are not, as you state, they are not of the caliber of AJ's fights or mandatories. AJ's mandatories are better than all of those guys. That's addressed to the monster. Okay, so we've taken care of that topic. What else do we have? We're coming up to the final minutes. Not at all. They're just basic guys. Monster, they're basic guys. If you don't like the term bombs, you then just call them basic. Basic. They're basic guys. They're cruiserweights. They're small. If the ones who weren't cruiserweights, they were small heavyweights. Minus Molina. What's, you know? But they were not in any way. They were subpar. They were small. They were cruiserweights. They were light. They were small heavyweights and cruiserweights. That's the bulk of Deontay Wilder's opposition. Poor in comparison to Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's been fighting mandatories, serious competitors, real heavyweights. Anthony Joshua fought Dillian White, addressing the monster. Anthony Joshua fought Dillian White, someone that Wilder has shown no interest in fighting, even though he's been his number one ranked opponent in the WBC for 18 months. Okay, where are we? Getting messages. So we've covered viral videos. We've covered viral videos and the fact that they don't seem to have any impact. Massively underrated Povetkin. How could I forget Povetkin? Let's talk about Povetkin as opponents. We're talking about Joshua's opponents and versus Wilder's opponents. I remember I was on TBV at the time. Was it as a caller or a co-host? Either way. I think at first as a caller and then secondly as a co-host. Yeah. As a caller, I called in and we were talking and I said Povetkin is better than Ortiz. And them boys almost peed their pantses. They almost peed their pants when I said that. I said Povetkin, who Joshua, I think he just beat him perhaps, was about to face him. I said Povetkin was better than Ortiz. And those guys almost peed their pantses. They almost peed their pants laughing. They were laughing hysterical. They were laughing hysterically. That was as a caller. And then a few months later, could have been weeks later, I was there on the panel. And I reiterated, Povetkin is better than Ortiz. And they were a little bit cooler because they had a few weeks or a month to think about it. And they realized I was right. Povetkin, ex-gold medalist Olympian. What medal did Ortiz get at the Olympics? None. Did he even go? No. No, he didn't go. As far as I'm aware, but he didn't get any medal if he did. Right. Povetkin, gold medalist Olympian, ex-WBA heavyweight champion, had never been knocked out until Joshua took him out. I think he had beaten Ortiz in the amateurs. Povetkin better than Ortiz. Before Fury, Ortiz was Wilder's best win. And Joshua had beat someone who was better than Ortiz. What's the problem? What is the problem? So, let me get back in the chat. During the first analysis, yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into that next week, I think. Or maybe even tomorrow on the podcast, on the lunchtime show. But most likely Monday. Most likely Monday. Although I've already done analysis previously, we'll do the Monday show. We said that for the Monday show, maybe. Maybe tickle it on Saturday. Since we're coming to the end of this show. John Dealey. John Dealey says, AJ. What's going on? Nexus One says, none of Wilder's opponents are even top 10 today. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Why are they even top 20? None are even top 10 today. Are any of Wilder's opponents even top 20? Well, you got Ortiz in there. You've got Ortiz in there. Breezel, where does Breezel drop to? Breezel drops like a stone. Breezel drops like a stone. Tommy Temple, Wilder's standout opponents are Ortiz and Fury. I agree. I agree. But I think Dillian White takes out Ortiz. Much less Joshua. Dillian White takes out Ortiz. And Wilder seems shook of Dillian White. 18 months he's been ducking him. 18 months he's been ducking him. He's fight anybody else apart from Joshua and White. Shook. Johnny Blaze 33, 10 million is BS. We've done the math. It don't make sense. It's not adding up. It wasn't a PPV. I don't think he got 10 million for Fury. He got in between 8 and 9. 10 max. He may not have got 10 million for Fury. And how's he? That was a pay-per-view. How is he getting 10 million for a free-to-air? Well, on TV. Yeah, Povetkin. Povetkin's better than Ortiz. So, yeah, Fury is probably the best person that Wilder's ever fought. But Fury's not a knockout guy. So, in a sense, he was safe. If Wilder got beat by Fury, it'd be by points. So, in a sense, he was safe. But if Wilder fought Povetkin, if Povetkin is better than Ortiz, then for Wilder to fight Povetkin is for Wilder to risk getting knocked out. If Wilder loses to Fury, it's by points. If Wilder loses to Povetkin, it's by knockout. Who would you rather face? Would you rather face someone who could beat you by points or someone who could knock you the out? Oh, John Daly said YB. The YB topics. There's topics galore. There are topics galore. My topic sheet is full. And people kindly bringing up good suggestions and adding to them. That was actually on my mind, and I forgot to put it on the topic sheet. Obviously, we can't cover everything today, but you guys know there's a Saturday midday show, 12:30, the 12:30 Saturday show, lunchtime. Yeah. Remember, the lunchtime show, 12:30 tomorrow, Saturday. Remember that. There's so many topics. To think that when I came on, there's always a worry. Have I got enough topics? There's an abundance of topics. An abundance. What is your expectation for the bout? I think you're talking about Joshua v. Ruiz. I'll go into it in more detail on tomorrow or Monday, but I think Joshua takes it, but he gets touched. He gets touched on the whiskers. Gets touched in the face, touched up in the face by Ruiz. I think it's going to be more competitive than people give it credit for. I think Ruiz is better than people give him credit for. However, I think Joshua's too long for him, and he knows how to use his length. He knows how to keep Monday on the jab and bring him into mid-range and crack him up in mid-range. But Ruiz is no sitting duck. I actually like Ruiz. I became a fan of Ruiz a couple of years ago when I watched him scrap with Joseph Parker. And I thought, wow, I was impressed. So I've been a fan of Ruiz for a couple of years now. I've been liking his style. Brings that Mexican salsa style, man. He come with it. He really come with that Mexican salsa style. So I'll go into that, touch on that more on Saturday, the Saturday show at 12:30, and we'll do a full We'll do the full thing on Monday, the Monday show. But yeah, I think AJ keeps him at range at the end of the jab when he comes in because that's what he does. That's what Ruiz does. Comes into mid range. I think he catches him with combos. But I think he's going to be sensible with the jab. And then, of course, Ruiz is going to come mid range. And then he's going to catch him with some hooks. Some hooks. Yeah, I think hooks. Hooks are going to be a big thing. Hooks, uppercuts. Yeah. Jab, hooks, uppercuts. We're going to see plenty of jabs, hooks, uppercuts. And if AJ gets to the side, he won't be afraid to dig some in the ribs. He won't be afraid to dig the occasional one into the ribs. Gets to one side or the other side, one side or the other side. Jabs, hooks, uppercuts. But Ruiz will be touching up Joshua in the face also. I think it's going to be a highly entertaining fight. Highly entertaining. It's going to be nothing like Wilder v. Breezel. Silly. Terrible. I thought it would be bad, but I didn't think it'd be that bad. Feminine Angry Dwarf, I haven't heard any word on an opponent for Boazzi. Yeah, John Blaze. Povetkin beat Ortiz in the amateurs. That is my understanding. Oh, let Nevin say, yeah, he's fighting some Mexican guy. Jake Cleary is in the house, in the building. Big up, Jake. Big up, Jake. Wilder has no chin. I don't know about that. But he does get rocked. John Dealey, WBC, funny business with meldonium to protect Wilder. Yeah, some very funny business. 12 rounds to land his right without being worried about getting knocked out. The USA can't afford not to have a heavyweight champion, says Leighton Evelyn. Yeah, they need it. Well, particularly PBC, Premier Boxing Champions. They need it. John Dealey. Ruiz can take his power. It depends on if Ruiz can take his power. Could be a scrap. I think it's going to be a scrap, John Dealey. I think it's going to be a scrap, come what may. It's going to be a scrap. As Ruiz is being chin checked. Well. Parker dropped White, did he not? Parker dropped White. Although personally, I think that was a lot to do with fatigue as well, but he did drop him. Yeah. Ruiz and Parker pretty much stood toe to toe for a large percentage of that fight. And they unloaded on each other. We know Parker has a very, very renowned chin. It's solid. His chin is solid. And nothing. Ruiz didn't look anywhere close to being dropped. And Parker can punch. Parker is another underrated one. I can't remember. I do so many voices. I don't know which voice I just did, Tommy. I don't know which one I just did. I have to check the tape. I have to rewind the tape and look for the evidence. Eli Nevlin, Joshua is just going to plow through and make a statement. He could do. I just see it being a real nice scrap. I do see it. I don't see it going to 12 rounds, though. I do not see it going the full 12 rounds, although it could. But if it does, that just means that it's been hella entertaining because Ruiz is going to go forward. Joshua's going to go forward. Well, that's the question. That's a good question. He hasn't been in with the puncher like Joshua, no. Yes, yes, Jake. It's good to have you, my friend. You just got in. It's good to have you still. Good to have you. Wilder ends up on Queer Street every time he gets his chin checked. Leighton said Leighton Evelyn. Parker had White all over the place. Yeah. At the end, White was fatigued. But Parker took some middle rounds off. He just took the rounds off. He just didn't fight for a few rounds in the middle and kept his energy for the end. But then he lost those middle rounds. So what's the point? What's the point in taking some middle rounds off and then having all that energy at the end, but it's too late to do anything? You go all broke at the end. Go all for broke at the end. I think it's a gamble, isn't it? It's a gamble. It is a gamble. Okay. Look like we're coming close to the end. We're very close to the end. We've covered Tyson Fury saying Dubois Gorman. It was a bit too early. We have looked at Brazil's 1.2 million. And we've calculated that if Brazil was to get 25% to 30% as a WBC mandatory, we've calculated that that puts Wilder's true earnings in the region of 3.6 to 4 million, maybe $4.5 million. So where does the extra $5.5 million come from? Doesn't make sense. We've looked at viral videos and their impact. What are the benefits of going viral if the needle doesn't move when it comes to viewing figures? We've looked at Wilder winning 2 Emmys. Still haven't got to the bottom of that yet. The show got 2 Emmys. Why did he get 2? I don't get it. Still don't know the answer to that one properly. Did Wilder really get 10 million to fight Breezel? If not, why state it? Yes, we covered that when we covered the question mark. The question mark of Breezel's low wage. So I think we end by looking at why was it stated? Why was it stated that Breezel, or rather Wilder, got 10 million when that's looking increasingly improbable? Why was it stated that Wilder got 10 million when the maths don't add up? Well, I'll give you my hypothesis on that question. I'll give you my hypothesis on that question. There has been a publicity war. There is a battle of, it's just like in any war. In any war, you will have a publicity machine. If a propaganda machine, if you will. You'll have a propaganda machine. And this propaganda machine will be designed. It will have the objective to push out a certain narrative. And the narrative the Wilder propaganda machine is trying to push out here is that Wilder is a highly worthy, high-ranking, high-status fighter, champ. He's high-ranking, highly worthy. He is high in status. And so for him to receive multiples of tens of millions is not out of the question. So they're trying to set up this narrative. My belief is they're trying to set up a narrative. The Wilder propaganda machine is trying to set up a narrative that he is highly deserving. He is highly deserving of tens of millions, multiples of millions of dollars, rather than say, oh,
This guy just earned 4.6 million, and now he's quibbling about 40 million. He wants more than 40 million. He just got 4.6 million. Now he's quibbling about 40 mil. Now he's turning up his nose at 40 mil. I think squad when members, visitors, new members, old members alike, visitors alike, smash that like button, by the way, please, folks, if you're new in here, if you have not done so already. So I think that's the narrative they're trying to set up. That's the narrative they're trying to set up. It's as if you go for a job interview and they ask you, how much have you been earning? The chances are you're going to inflate the figure. Smash that like button, folks. Like Nevin says, smash that like button, and I agree. If you go for a job interview and they're saying, how much have you been earning? You're likely to inflate the figure because you know, yes, somebody has done that. Somebody has smashed, appreciated. Somebody else want to smash, add a smash onto the smash. Yeah, you're going to inflate the figure. It's highly likely you will inflate the figure because you know that your future earnings, that your past earnings may be an indicator or influence your future earnings. So chances are you will try to inflate your past earnings to influence your future earnings. And there is the nugget. There is the golden nugget. I think we've just hit the nail on the head. Wilder is inflating his past earnings to influence his future earnings. Yeah, I think so. I think we've hit on it. I think we've hit the nail on the head. So it is in Wilder's best interest that it appears that he is earning more than he actually is in order to carry some influence into the Joshua negotiations. Okay. And with that, I think, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the show. We've been on for 2 hours. I always advertise it as 1.5 hours, but I know we're going to overflow into another half an hour generally, and that is what has happened. The same could be Big Boys Boxing. Where you been, friend? Has come up and said the same could be said for all boxers. Of course it could. Of course the same could be said for all boxers. But then you have certain boxers, or most boxers, I would say. But then you have some boxers who they're the ones giving out the purses. So they don't really need to inflate what they earn because they're the ones making the offers. Feeding kids. Oh, yeah, it's morning. Okay, good morning to you. Yeah, so do you have the guys who are making the offers and the guy who are receiving the offers? Now, Wilder in this equation, I'm still here listening, bro. Wicked. Everybody went quiet on me. I thought we'd received the 3-minute warning that the world was ending, and nobody told me. I was still sitting here talking to people whilst people were talking to their neighbors saying goodbye. MB, big up, Raphie. Good stream, brother. Much appreciated. Ped, I'm still here, bro. Wicked. Tommy Temper says good morning to Jono. Jay Cleary, top man, Raph. You on ringside? Yeah. I'll pop over there. Say hi. What's going on? I need time to come down once I've done a stream. It's like show business, man. You come off stage, and you sit around for a while. You need to come down. So yeah, that's my come down. Leighton Evelyn, yes, Leighton. Big Boys Boxing. We're listening. Everybody went quiet on me. I thought, what the going on? I thought, is this April the 1st? Everybody's just gone quiet. Everybody went quiet on me, bro. But yeah, I think we've done very, very well. I felt very, very comfortable. I'm getting more comfortable at this, man. And the like button has been lit.
Watch numbers have been lit. Who's ringside? Ringside. It's ringside Robbie. You got the Beeb over there, an XTBV guy. It's a ringside reporter, yeah. Tommy Temper said ringside reporter. It's an American thing, but it's cool. It's nice. Been a quality stream for sure, guys. Ped, yeah. Robbie, what are your thoughts on Kawanaki v Ariola? Kawanaki wins. Ariola does what Ariola does. He loses. Kawanaki probably stops Ariola late rounds. It's a stoppage win for Kawanaki. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. But gentlemen, and I'm sure there's some ladies lurking, in future, make yourself known. Okay, I'll have a look. Yeah, make yourself known. It's been a marvelous stream, had a marvelous time. And now it is time for us to say good night and let me do the final roll call. Yeah, the Mexican voice. Tommy Temper said I did the Mexican voice. That's exactly how Andy Ruiz speaks. He speaks very gentle. He speaks very gentle. He speaks like that. He doesn't really have a big, deep voice for a big boy. He's a big boy, but he has a very little voice, Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz has a very little voice, That's how he speak. That's how he speak. He live in America for all his life, but that's how he speak. So yeah, that's Andy Ruiz for you. That's Andy Ruiz for you. Okay, enough of the impersonations today. Let's go into the final roll call. Okay, I'm going to go right from the beginning. Is this the beginning? No, not really. Okay, so it's the Tommy Temper. It's the Fireman. It's the Leighton Evelyn. It's the Ped. It's the Alec Murray. It's the Big Boys Boxing. MB. Feminine Angry Dwarf. John Warrior. Ross B. MB. Alec Murray. Douglas Otungo. You so good. You so good, my friend. Thank you. I think I missed you before. John Warrior. Nexus 1. I have to check that link later. John Dealey. Alec Murray. Scrolling down. Don't want to miss anybody. Don't want to miss anybody. But I'm sure I will. Oh, Jem J came in. Jem J came in with one comment and then left. So we got a shout out to the Jem J, the TBV guy. We got the Alec Murray, the Adam Neal, the Ross B, the Rude Boy 1066, Battle of Hastings. We had the monster come in with some interesting points. We got the Shola Ibofin. Didn't mention you, didn't catch you live, but glad to see you were in the house. I know you smashed that like button. The Johnny Blaze 33, the John Lee Jun came through, stopped in, made a mention. Feminine Angry Dwarf, the John Daly. Yes, and I think I've pretty much mentioned everybody who came through in the house. Think I've mentioned everybody who came through in the house. Johnny Blaze, 33. Big Boys Boxing. Okay. Jake Cleary came in late, but he came in. Shola Ibofin. Bless up. The Peds. The Tommy Temper. The John Dealey. The Jake Cleary. The Tommy Temper. The Leighton Evelyn. The John Dealey. The Peds. The Big Boys Boxing. It's been a great stream. Remember, 12 o'clock. 12:30 p.m., which is lunchtime, UK time. That is when we are next live. That is when we are next live. Let me see. Let me see something here. Peace out to one and all. We are next live tomorrow at 12:30 lunchtime. If you are about, if you are about, be sure to drop on by 12:30 lunchtime Saturday. If you're about, make it a date. Everybody, have a blessed evening, blessed day, blessed night, blessed tomorrow. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio, live boxing talk with Raphie, and we are out. Blessed.